guys, it's Hannah, and today I'm coming to you with a book haul that I'm so incredibly excited to be filming. I've been wanting to film this video for a while, but I had to wait for some books and things to arrive before I could do it, but now everything is finally here, and I have so many incredible books to share with you, as well as some really exciting announcements that I get to make. So yeah, this is gonna be a super fun video, so let's just get into it. The first two books I have to show you all also come along with one of the very exciting announcements, and those two books are An Ember in the Ashes and A Torch Against the Night in the new paperback editions. I'm actually partnering with Penguin Teen for this video, so thank you so much to them for sponsoring this, and that is because I'm participating in the Ember reread campaign. If you didn't know, Penguin Teen is basically kind of like hosting this read-along for the Ember in the Ashes series throughout the month of May until June when A Reaper at the Gates is released, the third book in the series. And throughout that time, it's kind of like your time to reread the series and kind of catch up if you haven't read them before, so that you can prepare for the release of A Reaper at the Gates, which comes out on June 12th, and I am so excited. As you all know, this is one of my favorite series of all time. I'm in love with them. I actually read A Torch Against the Night earlier this year, and I read An Ember in the Ashes last year, and I love this series with all of my heart. So when they asked me if I wanted to participate in this, I of course said yes, because like, I love these books. I will do anything to support them. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to be personally participating in the reread as well. And although the like official read along takes place from now until the day that A Reaper at the Gates is released on June 12th, I'm going to be doing like my own kind of personal read along. If you kind of want to read with me, you can totally do that too. So from the day that this video goes up, the 13th, until the 26th of May, I'm going to be rereading both of these books and actually like vlogging my whole experience, which I'm so excited to do because I get to go through and like relive all of these feelings, but then get all of those feelings on camera as well, which will be super fun to go back and watch. So yeah, if you want to read these for the first time or reread them if you've already read them and you want to read them with me, you can totally do that. It's gonna be like super casual. There's like no requirements, nothing. I'm just gonna be rereading these, and if you want to read them with me at that time, you totally can. So then we can talk about them and it'll be a lot of fun, and so that we can all emotionally prepare for A Reaper at the Gates. But let's be honest, nothing is gonna prepare me for that. I just know I'm gonna be destroyed by it, but I cannot wait. I'll leave links in the description box to any more info on the Ember reread campaign and everything, so if you want to check it out, you can go and check there. Penguin Teen is also going to be doing some Facebook Lives throughout the month of May and then June, I believe, for the Reaper at the Gates release, so they're going to be talking about An Ember in the Ashes, Torch Against the Night, and A Reaper at the Gates, and I'm actually going to be doing one of those live shows, so I'll leave that info link down below as well. But yeah, if I haven't emphasized this enough, I am so incredibly excited to reread these, and again, a huge thank you to Penguin Teen for sending them over and for doing this whole thing, because it's going to be so much fun, and I hope that some of you read along with me, because then we can discuss and experience all of the emotions that these books have to offer together, and yeah, it's going to be great. Oh yeah, and I almost forgot to mention, there's also a Reaper at the Gates like sweepstakes, pre-order sweepstakes going along, so basically like if you pre-order the book and send in all your info for that, then you can win like this really cool prize. So I'll leave all that info linked in the description box if you want to go and check that out, because like I know I'm super excited for it, because I just can't wait for that book to come out. Moving right along, the next books that I have to show you guys are all books that I got from Book Outlet. Book Outlet, if you don't know, is basically this amazing website that lets you buy like discounted, they're kind of like overstocked books. So they just have like overstocked books on their website and they get to sell them at like a very discounted price, and it's amazing. So you get like super cheap prices for brand new releases sometimes, and it's wonderful. I'm also a Book Outlet vlogger friend, so that means that I have like a page on their website that you can check and see like all of the books I've ever ordered from them, and I get to work with them in videos like this, so they provide me with a gift card to order some books and then show you all in my hauls. So today I'm going to be showing you some of the books that I just recently ordered, and I'm so excited for all of these. I feel like I keep saying excited in this video, like that's just going to be the word of the video, but yeah, I just am. I don't know how else to express it. The first book that I got from Book Outlet was Down Among the Sticks and Bones by Seanan McGuire. This is the sequel to Every Heart a Doorway, which I started reading a while ago. I still haven't finished it, but I really liked what I'd read so far. And it's basically just like this really magical book that takes place in like a very interesting world. It's hard to describe and I don't want to spoil anything, but there are like these doorways that children can go through and then they enter these different worlds. So it sounds kind of like Monsters Inc., but it's very different from that. It's beautifully written and I've liked the story so far. So when I saw that they had the sequel to it, I decided to pick it up because then I can just like binge the series, and I like doing that than just like only having one and having to wait for the next one. So yeah, I'm very excited to have this now. so that I can continue on in that series. The next book I have here is one that has been on my radar for a while, but I just never picked it up. But when I saw that it was on Book Outlet and super cheap, I thought this is the perfect time to get it. So I did, and that is The Lonely Hearts Hotel by Heather O'Neill. I've heard this book compared to The Night Circus countless times, so naturally I had to pick it up because I have to know if it's good. Basically, all I know about it is that it takes place in the early 1900s, like I think 1914, and it's about these like children from this orphanage who are then a part of like this circus. I think it's like a circus. I know that each of them have like different talents and things like that, and like that's all I know, and that it's been compared to The Night Circus, and I just like crave Night Circus-y books all the time, so I will always pick them up whenever I hear something compared to it. So I'm hoping that I get around to this one soon and see if it is anything like that, because I feel like it has great potential to be really, really good, and I'm hoping that it meets my expectations. The next book I have here is the one that I'm actually currently reading, and that is What I Lost by Alexandra Ballard. This is one that I've been wanting to read for a little while now because I heard Emma from Emma Books mention it on her channel, and she really, really loves this book, and I just really liked what she had to say about it. So after hearing her talk about it, I decided that I wanted to pick it up and read it too, and when I saw that it was on Book Outlet, I thought it was the perfect time to get it, so I did. This book follows the story of this 16-year-old girl named Elizabeth who has just entered treatment for anorexia, and it's basically like her story as she's in this treatment center, and then someone like starts sending her these mysterious packages, and she thinks that it could potentially be her ex-boyfriend, but she's not positive. So yeah, it has like a little bit of a mystery in there as well. But like I said, I'm currently reading it. I am on page 119, and so far I'm really, really loving it. I really like the way that it's written. I really like the story. It's been super emotional and I've connected with it a lot. So I am just super happy to be reading this one and to have it now, and I'm hoping to finish it soon and really love it. The next book that I got from Book Outlet is one that I was so excited to find on there because I have been wanting this book for so long, and I'm just like so happy that it's in my hands now. And that book is Vincent and Theo. So basically this book is about the Van Gogh brothers and their relationship, and I'm pretty sure it's like nonfiction. It's like the author did like a lot of research on both of the Van Gogh brothers and like with their letters and everything, and then she wrote this book based off of it. But I just cannot wait to read this book because if you didn't know this about me, I am just very, very in love with Vincent van Gogh and his artwork. He's my favorite artist of all time. I've always been fascinated by his story. I went to the Musée d'Orsay in Paris last summer, and I cried when I went to like the Van Gogh exhibit because I just got so overwhelmed by all the feelings of being surrounded by his paintings because I just love him that much. So yeah, when I heard that this was like a book that was being published, I got so excited, and I'm so happy to finally have it. Actually, you know, now that I'm rereading the summary again, I don't think that it's exactly nonfiction. I think that it's kind of like her taking the two stories that she has developed from their letters and everything and kind of like putting them together to make a story, potentially. I don't exactly know. I don't really care. I'm just excited to read it nonetheless. I only have two more books to show you all from Book Outlet, but the first one I have here is Moxie by Jennifer Matthew. I've been wanting to pick this book up for a very long time because ever since I heard the summary, I just like knew that I wanted to read it, because basically it's about this girl who is trying to fight against her high school's sexist dress code, and I literally did that with my friends in high school because our high school had like this terrible dress code rule, and we thought that it was really sexist and just wrong, so we like went to the school board and like did a ton of stuff, and it was just like a very like nice bonding moment for us, but it also felt like really empowering and great because we did get it changed eventually. So when I found out that this book was like about that too, I knew that I wanted to read it because like I've experienced this. So yeah, I cannot wait to pick this one up because I can totally relate to this entire story, and it'll be really interesting to get to read a book about it. And the very last book I got from Book Outlet is one that honestly I don't really know anything about it. I just know that so many people love this book and everyone talks about this book and this author, and I have a couple other books from this author and I know that I want to read those. So I thought, why not? I'll try something new. And that is Challenger Deep by Neil Schusterman. Like I said, I honestly don't know what this book is about, and I kind of just don't want to. I've actually been doing that a lot more recently. Like I've just been picking up books and reading them without knowing anything about them, and it's been really, really fun for me. So I know that that's not great, like in this book haul, for me to like not be able to explain to you what this book is about. I feel like it's very popular, like it was a National Book Award winner, a lot of people have read it, but I just like want to go into this and be totally surprised. I've just heard that people really love this story, so I'm hoping that I do too. I'm pretty sure this book has something to do with mental health, but I'm not positive. So yeah, I don't know much about it at all, and I just want to keep it that way and be surprised, but hopefully just like dive into something totally unexpected and new and really love it. So the next like set of books I have to show you all were sent to me by different publishers. The first one I have here was sent to me by Simon & Schuster, so thank you so much to them for sending this my way. And that book is From Twinkle with Love by Sandhya Menon. From what I understand, this book is basically about this girl who wants to become a filmmaker, and this one summer someone approaches her with an opportunity to get to make this film for a like local film festival, and she gets to work on the film with this guy that she's had a crush on for a very long time. So that's all I really know about it, but it seems like a really fun like summery contemporary. I'm not too into reading romancy contemporaries, but this one does sound kind of interesting because she is into like directing and filmmaking and stuff. So yeah, I'm excited to try this out and see what I think. The next book that I have here was sent to me by the lovely Epic Reads, and it is one that I've actually already read, and that is Leah on the Offbeat by Becky Albertalli. This was one of my most anticipated releases of the year, and I'm so excited to have finally read it. It was so cute and so fun. If you didn't know, this book is the sequel companion to Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, and it's the last book in the Simon verse, so I'm sad about that, but it was also like a very nice conclusion. If you haven't read Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, you definitely have to read that before you read this, because you'll be confused with the characters, you like definitely want to know them beforehand, and you'll be totally spoiled. So read this one after you read that. But this book basically takes place during senior year, and we get to follow around Leah, Simon's best friend, and she's bisexual, and she hasn't told any of her friends yet, even though her mom knows, and then she ends up developing a crush for one of her friends, and she doesn't really know what to do with this. I'm gonna talk about like more of my feelings in my wrap up because I do have some thoughts I want to share on this, but overall I thought it was a very cute story and perfect for the summertime because it's a very like decently short book, so you'll fly right through it and you can just like go to the beach and read it and enjoy yourself. It's a fun time. The next book I have here is an ARC that was sent to me by Penguin Teen, so thank you so much to them, and that book is Undead Girl Gang by Lily Anderson. I'm pretty sure this book was actually just released, so it is out now if you want to go and get yourself a copy. From what I know about this book, it follows this high school girl who is Wiccan, and one day her best friend and these two mean girls in her school end up dying, and everyone thinks it's like part of like this suicide pact, but she refuses to believe that her friend would have ever been involved in something like that. So then she kind of has to like uncover this mystery. I don't really know. I just think that it's really cool that we have like a main character who's Wiccan because that's great. It just seems like it's going to be a really fun book, and I am super excited to read it. I did not know like anything about it until very recently. It just like started popping up everywhere around the time that it came out, and then I read the summary and then I got real excited, and then it came in the mail and then I got more excited because I was not expecting to get this. So yeah, I'm very intrigued by this and I'm hoping to love it. All right, so before I move along to the next stack of books I have to show you all, I wanted to give like a quick announcement thing because I have some exciting news to share. I've talked about this on Twitter and Instagram a bit, but I haven't mentioned it in a video yet, I don't think. At least I haven't done like a formal announcement or anything for it. But if you didn't know, I'm going to be attending Book Expo and BookCon in New York this summer. So between May 30th and June 3rd, I'm going to be in New York at both of these conventions, and I am so excited. I cannot wait. Also, I get to be on a panel at BookCon this year, which is honestly like the most incredible thing in the entire world, and I'm so honored and just, I can't even believe that it's real or happening. Basically, I'm going to be on the Books plus YouTube equals BookTube panel with Natasha from Toshopolis, Sasha from Book Utopia, Brandon from Brandon the Book Addict, Emma from Emma Books, and Ariel from Ariel Bassett. So all of us are going to be on this panel together, and then we're also going to be doing a meet and greet on another day, which is also just like so wild, my mind can't even handle it. The panel is on Sunday, June 3rd, and the meet and greet is on Saturday, June 2nd, and I will leave the times and all of this information listed in the description box so you can go and check it out if you want to. And if any of you are attending BookCon or Book Expo, please let me know in the comments down below. I am so excited to meet you guys and just hang out with you and talk to you all. It's my favorite thing. I went last year and it was honestly one of the most fun experiences I have ever had, and I cannot wait for this year because it's going to be different since I get to be like doing like things at the actual convention. So I'm excited about that, but I'm also just so excited to hang out with all of my friends and all of you. So yeah, it's gonna be so much fun and I genuinely cannot wait. And moving right along, the very last stack of books I have to share with you all. These are all books that I ended up ordering from Thrift Books. So a little while ago, Thrift Books reached out to me and asked me if I would like to order some books from their website and show you guys them in my haul. So that's basically what I did. If you don't know what Thrift Books is, it's basically this website where you can buy used books I think you can also sell on there as well. And they just have like so many books, like basically any book you can think of. They sell new books on there as well. So I ordered some new and used books, but yeah, they have so many books and they have them for such incredible prices. Like you can get some hardcover books for literally $4. I definitely did that. And it's amazing. I've used them in the past before they ever even reached out to me. If you watch like one of my super old videos, I think it's like where I buy books or where to buy cheap books or something like that. I don't remember what the title is. If I can find it, I'll leave it linked on the screen or down in the description box. But yeah, I ordered some books from them, so I've used them in the past. I know I really like them, so I was really excited when they asked me if I wanted to just include some books in my haul for today. So yeah, now I'm just gonna share them with you because I got so many amazing books and a couple that I am just like in awe that I like found them because I never thought I would get them. So yeah, let's get into them. The first book I have to show you all is another one that I've actually already read, and that is The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. Once the movie trailer for this book came out, I got like swept up in the hype, and I also was like feeling real FOMO because everyone knows what it's about, everyone's read it because it's a very old series, and I've never read this series before. So I decided to pick up the first book and read it, and I'm so happy that I did. I actually ended up listening to the audiobook, and then once I loved the book, I ended up ordering the book as well from thrift books. So yeah, now I have it, and now I just need to get the rest of the series because I need to finish it because I'm addicted now, and they're super good, but I don't know what happens next. So yeah. The next book that I ordered from them was The Price Guide to the Occult by Leslye Walton. This one I got new because I wanted to see the difference between their new and used books, and it's like a perfectly new book. They send them in like separate packages too. But yeah, this is a release that I was super excited for, one of my most anticipated of the year, and I cannot wait to read it. If you don't know, Leslye Walton is the author of The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender, which is one of my all-time favorite books, and I honestly don't know too much about the actual plot of this one, and I just kind of want to keep it that way, but it's one that I cannot wait to dive into and I'm hoping to really love. The next book that I have here is one that I was super excited to find on there for a really amazing price because these are usually very expensive. I have two other books that are in this edition and they were pretty expensive because I bought them I think like full price or at least the Amazon price, but I think this one was like only $4 or something and it's in basically perfect condition. And that book is The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón in the Penguin Drop Caps edition. So I also have these editions for Moby Dick and Siddhartha, and they're beautiful. Like they make a rainbow if you get all of them, and they're gorgeous, and like maybe one day I will have them all, but I don't have any shelf space for that now. But Shadow of the Wind, as you all know, is one of my all-time favorite books, and I really wanted it in this edition because it's like special and pretty, so I'm super happy to have this now. And like I said, it came in like essentially perfect condition. There are like a couple of like little folds and stuff in the top, but I think I got it at like very good or something like that, or even just good, and yeah, it's perfect. The next book that I got from Thrift Books was The House of the Spirits by Isabel Allende. This is a book that I've been wanting to read for literally so long because so many people tell me that I have to read it if I like magical realism, and so many of you have recommended it to me, and I still haven't read it, but I've been wanting to, so I decided to order it from them, and I'm really happy that I did. The one thing I will say is that this is not the edition that I ordered. I ordered a different edition, and this is the one that was sent to me, so like, that might be a thing that happens. It's never happened to me in the past from when I've ordered from thrift books, so I don't really know like what happened here. They might have run out of the other one, not sure, but like I don't really mind that much. It's fine. Like I wasn't needing that one edition, but I will just like say that because I did not order this one. But all I really know about this story is that it's magical realism and that it's like a generational story that follows this family for several generations. But like I said, so many of you have told me to read this book, so I finally have it now, and I promise I will read it. I can't tell you when, but I will read it. Eventually. The next book that I have here is The Girl of Fire and Thorns by Ray Carson. This is one that I've been wanting to read for a very long time because I've heard just fantastic things about this series, and it's an older one that I just never read. Honestly, I don't really know anything about the actual series itself. I know that it's fantasy, and I know a lot of people say that it has like very feminist themes. So those are two like buzzwords for me, and I'm willing to try anything if it's fantasy and feminist. So yeah, I'm hoping that this one lives up to my expectations because the last last book that someone told me was fantasy and feminist, I ended up hating. So I'm hoping that that doesn't happen with this one, but I am really, really looking forward to reading this one. I've heard so many great things from so many different people, and this is just like one of those series that came out at a time like before I was reading YA, so I think it's just kind of nice to like go back and read some of those and see how YA has changed. So I cannot wait to pick this one up. The next book I have here is another one that I ordered new, and that is The Astonishing Color of After by Emily X.R. Pan. This is another book that I have also already read and loved. This is genuinely one of my favorite books of the year. I can already tell you that. It was so fantastic, so well written. I was reading it during a reading vlog that I filmed, so I'll actually leave that linked on the screen if you want to go and watch it. It made me cry. I felt every emotion. Like, it's such a fantastic book. I'll definitely put a content warning on this for suicide because that's one of the main themes of the story, so be aware of that before you go into it, but it's a fantastic book and I highly, highly recommend. And the next thing that I got from Thrift Books is actually a graphic novel, and it's one that I've been wanting to read for so long, and I'm currently reading it, and that is Monstrous by Marjorie Liu. This is just volume 1, and like I said, I've already started reading it, and I'm only like, this doesn't have page numbers, so I don't know how far in, but like, not that far. Basically, all I can tell from this is that it's like a fantasy world where there is like this race of people who are not technically human, because I think they're kind of like chimera or like hybrids of animals and humans or something, and they're enslaved. It's very, very sad so far. Like, the first scene opens up with like this girl being sold into slavery at this like auction. So it's very depressing, as you can tell, which is why I haven't picked it up since I like first started reading it. Otherwise I would have just like read it in one sitting. I kind of need to be in the headspace to read something that sad. But yeah, I feel like I'm really gonna enjoy this one because the artwork is gorgeous. I love the color scheme of the entire thing, and I feel like I'm gonna really enjoy the story as well. So I hope to finish this one pretty soon. And finally, we are on to the very last book I ordered from Thrift Books and the very last book in this haul. And that book is one that I was so incredibly excited to find because I have been wanting this for so long in hardcover, but they don't sell it in hardcover anymore. And when I saw it on there, I almost screamed. And that is The Archived by Victoria Schwab. This is like the one Victoria Schwab book series that I haven't read yet. I haven't read The Archived and The Unbound, but I know that I'm going to love it because I love Victoria Schwab. I literally love everything that she writes, and I've been wanting to read it for so long. But like I said, I wanted the hardcover edition that they don't sell anymore, but they had it on there used and it's literally in perfect condition. So I'm so happy to have this. Honestly, I don't know what this series is about. I don't care. I just know I'm gonna love it. I know it's fantasy. That's all I need to know. It's Victoria Schwab. What more do I need? There you all have it. That is it for my book haul in which I say the word exciting far too many times. Make sure to check the description box for any of the info that I mentioned in this video. I'll have a list of all of the books that I mentioned. You can check out Book Outlet and Thrift Books on there. You can also get the info for the Ember read-along, as well as all of the info for Book Expo and BookCon and where I'll be. Also, please feel free to let me know in the comments down below if you're going to Book Expo or BookCon, if I will see you there, because I would love to know. Or if you've read any of the books that I mentioned in this video, let me know any of your thoughts on them. Which ones do you think I should get around to next? And also let me know if you're going to participate in the Ember reread campaign with me, because I would love to have as many of you participate with me because it'll be so much fun. It'll just be like reading and feeling all the Ember and the Ashes emotions. But yeah, that is it for this video. If you'd like to follow me on any of my social media, all of my links are in the description box as always. But thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. I love you all so dearly, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!